Good morning. Twenty members are there. 17. Hi, hello, good morning. So hopefully today last class for me, last class of basic mathematics. So we have to finish what we are going to use in physics, basic mathematics, trigonometry and all that I have to complete today. Okay. I'm good. How are you? Very good. Okay. You have to be very good. Big fan for me. Yes, I need fan. Okay then what I'm saying, so basic mathematics today I will complete. Okay, so last class I started the trigonometry, and in detail, suppose you want to be master in the trigonometry, then ABC classes are there, 5-6 classes it has taught the trigonometry, so then you can go through that. Otherwise whatever is required, I know that what I'm going to use in physics, that trigonometry I will discuss. Okay, so this basic mathematics we are not teaching for the weekend exam. This basic mathematics we are teaching for the whole year, what we are going to use in a physics. Okay, then, so last class I said how to convert the degree into radian, radian into degree, what is the meaning of the plane angle, solid angle, I said I will discuss later. Okay, this up to that I completed, and some angle I converted degree to radian and radian to degree. Are yes or no? Okay, now we will discuss about the trigonometric ratios. So first one is the what? Sin theta. So everybody know what is the formula of the sin theta? What is the formula of the sin theta? Sin theta. Okay, I'm making the triangle. You will say what is the sin theta? Opposite. Oh, opposite by adjacent. Nalaik. Opposite by hypotenuse. So what is the sin theta here? What is the sin theta in this triangle? Sin theta, what I can write in this triangle? AC upon AB. AB by BC. Nalayak. So that's why I started asking like this. When I started teaching, then this formula I got, opposite side upon hypotenuse. So this question came in my mind, means what the student will give the answer for this type of situation. Okay, so one thing first, hypotenuse you are defining in a right angle triangle. Hypotenuse, what is the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is the what? It is the longest side of the right angle triangle. Okay, so hypotenuse is in the right angle triangle, but here you are saying the opposite upon hypotenuse. How you are taking the hypotenuse as a BC? Okay, that's why I asked this question. So in this directly maybe we cannot find the sin theta because it is not the right angle triangle. So if we want to find the sin theta, one thing we can do, draw the perpendicular from here. Suppose it is the AD. Okay, now if you see the triangle ACB, angle ACB. What is angle ACB? Angle ACB is theta. Angle ACB is theta. Everybody getting or not? If that theta I am taking in triangle ACD, so same angle ACB, this angle, or I am taking ACD, angle theta is same or not? So in the triangle ACD, I am getting the same theta or not? So now I have the right angle triangle ACD. What I can write the sin theta? Sin theta is equal to, now I can use opposite side, perpendicular opposite side is what? AD, and the hypotenuse for this is what? AC. Then what is the sin theta I got? AD by AC. Everybody got or not? Okay. So sin theta, basically what we are defining, one formula your formula we are saying like opposite upon hypotenuse, or I can say what? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Okay, this also if you want then you can remember sin theta we can say perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Everybody got? Okay. This completed. Now one more thing. Suppose I am saying hypotenuse can be more than perpendicular. Perpendicular can be more than hypotenuse. Perpendicular can be more than hypotenuse. Perpendicular can be more than hypotenuse. No. Because the longest side of the right angle triangle is what? Hypotenuse. So it cannot be more than the hypotenuse. It means numerator can never be more than denominator. Numerator will never be more than denominator. It means sin theta can never be more than 1. Sin theta can never be more than 1. Everybody got or not? So maximum value of sin theta we will remember because this we are using in so many places. Maximum value of sin theta is equal to 1. So what is the maximum value of sin theta we are taking? 1. That theta is equal to 90, then it is different thing, but what is the maximum value of sin theta we can get? 1. Okay. If suppose I am saying sin theta cannot be negative. Sin theta I am taking only positive values. Sin theta only positive values I am considering, and I am asking what is the minimum value of sin theta? Only positive values I am considering. Okay, or maybe condition they given the sin theta is positive, then what is the minimum value of the sin theta? 0. Okay, so then minimum positive value of sin theta, what I can say? 0. Okay, if I am saying overall means what is the minimum value of the sin theta? I have not given any condition, it can be positive, it can be negative also. Then what is the minimum value of sin theta? Then that will be equal to -1. -1. So minimum value of sin theta required where it can be positive, it can be negative. So minimum value is what? -1. If we know the condition sin theta cannot be negative, then minimum we will say 0. Okay. Maximum always it will be what? 1. Okay. Minimum value of sin theta, what we can say? -1. Okay. Up to this completed. Okay. Now in the same triangle, it is not necessary that you have to watch the ABC classes. If you have started like this week, you are from the beginning, you attend the classes, it is enough. Okay, and basic mathematics we are giving the idea. Again, like when we are going to start the chapters where we are going to use, like differentiation, integration in a whole physics we will use, but trigonometry mainly we are using in detail in the SHM waves, EM wave and the alternating current. That time again we will say revise the notes, just go through the basic mathematics trigonometry. Okay, so choice is yours, because 6 classes is watching means it will take so much time. Otherwise, you can just attend all those classes, whatever we have discussed. We started from the Monday, this Monday. Okay. Now, this completed. Okay, then. Now, suppose I am saying the cos theta. Next one is what? Cos theta. So, cos theta formula, what we know? One, your formula. Your formula is what? Adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Or we can write base upon hypotenuse. Okay. And in this triangle, what I will say? In this triangle, Base is what? DC. Hypotenuse is what? AC. Then I can say DC upon AC. Okay. Everybody got the cos theta? Okay. And same condition is there for the whatever we learned for the sin theta. Okay. Now what I'm saying, cos theta again, base cannot be more than hypotenuse. So cos theta maximum value 1. Okay. Cos theta maximum value 1. Minimum positive, minimum negative value, minimum value of cos theta, if it is a positive, then 0. Minimum value of cos theta minus 1. So same whatever we have written for the sin, same we can apply for the cos also. Okay. Right now here Penamaluru is a boys campus. Okay, so cos theta everybody got. Same condition is there for the cos theta maximum minimum value. What I said for the sin. Okay. Next one is what? Tan theta. Tan theta is what? One we are saying the ratio of the sin theta and cos theta. Basic formula we are saying what? Perpendicular upon base, or we can say what? Opposite upon adjacent. And that is equal to what? In this triangle, opposite is what? AD, adjacent is what? DC. So we can say AD upon DC. Okay, and tan theta, we will never use the boundary condition, means what is a maximum minimum. Reason is what? In the triangle, we don't have any we cannot say the perpendicular will be always more than the base, and how much it can be more. So it is possible that perpendicular is very large, base is very small, then tan theta will be very large. That's why tan theta boundary condition we are not using. Sin theta and cos theta mainly we are using. Sin theta maximum is 1, cos theta maximum is 1, minimum is -1 for both. Okay, but tan theta no, not required, because tan theta maximum can be infinite. A small example, suppose I am saying perpendicular is the 10 kilometer. Perpendicular I am taking the 10 kilometer and base I am taking 2 centimeter. So base is the 2 centimeter. We can make the triangle. Okay. Then in that case tan theta what you will write? Perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular is the 10 kilometer, base is the 2 centimeter. The value will be very large. So that's why I am saying for the tan theta maximum we can say infinity. So that boundary condition we are not using. Okay. Everybody got or not? So tan theta, no limit is there, like what is the maximum value of the tan theta? It can go up to the very large value, or we can say infinity. Okay. This completed? Okay. So one formula we will never forget till we die. Even when I will start, you will complete. Suppose I am saying sin square theta plus, after that you already completed your formula, na? Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Okay. This formula everybody knows, sin square theta plus cos square theta 1. Easily we can prove also perpendicular square upon hypotenuse square, base square upon hypotenuse square. So p square by h square plus b square by h square. Now p square plus b square is equal to what? H square. So h square upon h square, what we got? 1. So this formula we learned, and everybody know this also, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. But it is more useful to find the value of sin theta cos theta by using this formula. Like one we know, other we have to find. So from this formula I can say sin square theta. Sin square theta, what I can write? 1 minus cos square theta, or sin theta what I can write? Under root of 1 minus cos square theta. Okay. And same way I can say what is a cos theta? Cos theta I can write as under root of 1 minus sin square theta. Okay. Completed? So there is so many things are there to teach in the trigonometry, but what I'm saying, basic we are teaching, some things are required. So when we will discuss the chapter, that time we will say all those things. Okay, completed. Okay, so small question: if sine theta is equal to 3/4, find cos theta and tan theta. Choice is if you are making the notes, it will be good, because before starting the oscillation chapter, I will say revise the basic formula of the trigonometry. So this formula you have to revise. So if you are writing the notes, it is good. Okay. So sine theta is equal to 3/4. Then find the value of cos theta and tan theta. Nalayek 7/16, who is saying that is a root. Root 7/16 means root 7/4 will come. Root 7/4 and root 3 by root 7. Okay, 5/4. 5/4 is more than 1, Nalayek. 5/4. How the sine theta how the cos theta can be more than 1? Okay, now two ways are there. First, sine theta I have given. So sine theta, what is the formula of the sine theta? I said sine theta is the perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Okay, I am using that formula, perpendicular upon hypotenuse. What I gave sine theta? 3/4. Okay, now first listen. Ratio, so when I am saying the ratio, P/H ratio is the 3/4. P upon H is equal to 3/4. So one thing, the ratio mean what? I cannot say the P is equal to 3 and H is equal to 4. Okay, reason is what? P can be, suppose P I am taking 300 and the H I am taking 400. Then also the ratio will be 3:4. Or suppose I am saying the P is equal to 18 and the H is equal to 24. Then also ratio you will get what? 3:4. So one thing that is a mistake students are doing, ratio does not have that directly I can take as a value. Okay, so P/H is that is the simplest ratio. P/H is equal to 3/4. Okay, so I cannot say the perpendicular is 3 and hypotenuse is 4. But one more thing, so this you have to remember, in anywhere when you are solving the ratio problem, then ratio directly we cannot take as a value. Okay, but here one thing, I know the sine theta. Sine theta is the ratio of perpendicular upon perpendicular and hypotenuse. I need cos theta. It is also the ratio base upon hypotenuse. And I need tan theta. It is also the ratio perpendicular upon base. So I have ratio. I need ratio. Okay. Then for this I can take as a perpendicular is 3 and hypotenuse is 4. Okay. Everybody getting my point or not? So perpendicular is not 3, hypotenuse is not 4. But from this sine theta, I have to find the cos theta, that is also the ratio. And from this sine theta, I have to find the tan theta, that is also the ratio. That's why I am taking the P as a 3 and the H as a 4. Okay. Then perpendicular I am taking as a 3, hypotenuse I am taking as a 4. Then what is the base I will get? Base I will get under root of 4 square minus 3 square. So 16 minus 9, what I will get? Root 7. So base what I got? Root 7. Okay. Now cos, now I have the triangle, then I can find every trigonometric ratio. Cos theta, base upon hypotenuse. Base upon hypotenuse means 3, 4, and here we will get the root 7. Okay, so base is what? Root 7/4. Okay, so cos theta what we got? Root 7/4. Tan theta, tan theta is the what? Perpendicular upon base. What is the perpendicular? 3, and what is the base? Root 7. So tan theta what we got? 3/√7. By mistake in any calculation, suppose sine theta, cos theta, you are getting more than 1, it means you have to think I am doing something wrong. They can never be more than 1. Tan theta can be anything, but sine theta, cos theta cannot be more than 1. Who said the value 5/4? They have to know that how the cos theta can be 5/4, because 5/4 is more than 1. It means some mistake they are doing. Okay. Completed? This is the one way, okay? But I prefer what? Why unnecessary we have to make the triangle and then accordingly then we have to find. Like suppose you know the sine theta and you need the cos theta. Then we can directly use the formula. Cos theta, I can say what? Cos theta is equal to under root of 1 minus sine square theta. Okay. What is the sine theta? Sine theta I gave 3 by 4. Then square will be what? 9 by 16. Now 16 minus 9, 7. When you are taking the 16 LCM. So then you got the root 7 by 16. Root 7 by 16, what I can write? Root 7 by 4. So directly I got the cos theta. This method I am preferring more because by this way directly easily you can get the sine theta from the cos theta from the sine theta. And if tan theta required, then you can do the sine theta upon cos theta. Tan theta sine theta by cos theta. So sine theta what we are getting? I have given 3 by 4 and cos theta root 7 by 4. Now 4 cancel out, then what we got? 3 by root 7. Okay. So this method is much, I think, more better than the first one. Okay. Completed? In NEET 2024, one question came in the ray optics in the prism question. In that cos theta, we were solving the angle according to the TIR refraction, and we are getting the cos theta is equal to root 3 by 5, something like that. So cos theta, suppose I am saying under root of 3 by 5. But we will learn we know the relation of the critical angle sine theta and the mu. So this cos theta we have to convert into the sine theta, then we can further solve. Okay. So cos theta, suppose you are getting root 3 by 5. So by going, suppose I need the sine theta. So if I am going to the first root 3, root 5, then unnecessary it will be complicated if I am making the right angle triangle. If I need the sine theta directly, I can use the formula 1 sine theta is equal to under root of 1 minus cos square theta. Then I can say what? Under root of 1 minus cos square theta, what I will get? 3 by 5. Now 5 LCM, 5 minus 3 is what? 2. Then what we got? Under root of 2 by 5. So that's why I'm saying this method is more preferable and it is a good, better than that you are making the right angle triangle. Okay. Completed. Okay. Okay. Now one thing, some value we expect that you have to remember that sine theta, cos theta, tan theta. Mainly we are dealing with these three trigonometric ratio. Cot theta is the reciprocal of the tan theta, means cot theta is the 1 by tan theta. And after writing 1 by tan theta, we can solve by the tan theta. Okay. Cosec sec we are rarely using. Okay. Now 4 or 5 angles like 0, 30, 45, 60, 90. These 5 angles we should know the values of the sine, cos and tan. Okay. And I think everybody know that. Okay. If you don't know, then maybe any book or something you can, otherwise you can say then because if I am writing it will take time. So any book you can, most of you know also. So these 4 or 5 angles you have to know. What I said, 0 degree sine, cos, tan, 30 degree, 60 degree, 40 and 45 and 90. I think most of you know that. Okay. And what I said, up to the class 10th we deal mainly in the degree. Now we have to build the habit in radian, because now we will mostly we will use the angle in radian. Okay. So a small example I am giving to check that you know or not values. Tell fast, what is the value? What is the value of y? So one thing first, these radian angles you have to think in the degree, and according to the their values you can put there. Okay. So pi by 6 means pi. Anybody got the answer? Any one answer I need. Then after that I will solve. Arvind, addition I have to do. A mistake is there. Okay, so pi by 6 means 30 degree. Cos 30 is what? Cos 30 is the root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 2 square. Okay. Means radian directly maybe you cannot remember like pi by 6. So first thing pi by 6 is 30 degree. Okay, pi by 4 is 45. Like that you can, then after that you can solve. So pi by 6 30, cos 30 root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 2 square plus pi by 4. Pi by 4 is 45. Sin 45 1 by root 2. Then you will write 1 by root 2 square. Okay. Plus tan pi by 3. Tan pi by 3 is what? 60 degree. Tan 60 is what? Root 3. Then you have to do the root 3 square. Okay. Now after squaring this I will get 3 by 4 plus after squaring this I will get 1 by root 2 square is what? 1 by 2 plus root 3 square, what I will get? 3. Okay. Now I can take the 4 LCM, then 4 LCM, then what I got here? 3, 2 2s are 4 and 4 3s are 12. Then how much we got? 17 by, okay, cube, sorry. By mistake I write the cube, sorry. That's why I was thinking, why the Arvind is saying this. Okay. By mistake I write. Pi by 3 I was writing, so that's why I write the 3 there also. You can solve that also, but I'm taking the square. If you want, then I can take the 3 root 3, no problem. Choice is yours. If you want, then I will solve for the cube. So I have to solve for the cube, or it is okay. Okay, solve for cube also, sir. Make it difficult. We have wasted our time, so you have to waste your time also, sir. Okay, no problem. So root 3 cube. Okay, I am solving the cube only. Okay, so then here I will get what? 3 by 4 plus 1 by 2 plus 3 root 3. Okay. So first solve this. Otherwise directly I am taking the LCM 4. Now 4 LCM, then it is a 3, it is a 2, and then here you will get the 12 root 3. Okay. 12 root 3. Then now what you got? 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 12 root 3 by 4. That is the answer. So 5 plus this completed. Okay then. Okay. So just once see the all those 4 5 values. Okay. Okay. Now listen one more thing. Suppose this inequality sometime it is required. Suppose I am saying the theta and alpha, two angle I am saying, and they are the acute angle. Okay, and the condition we are getting what? Theta greater than alpha. Like suppose I am saying 60 degree, theta is the 60, alpha is the 30. So I can say 60 degree is greater than 30 degree. Okay, so two angle I am taking, theta and alpha, and this condition we have theta is greater than alpha. And during solving some problem, this inequality we are getting, suppose theta greater than alpha. But I need sine. I want to solve for the sine. I need sine. SIN. Okay, so then how I will get from this inequality? So suppose I have the angle inequality and I need sine. So we know that like sine theta in 0 to 90, it is increasing function. What is the meaning of increasing? Like sine 0, if I am taking theta 0, so sine 0 is 0. Okay, sine 30, 1 by 2, sine 60, root 3 by 2, sine 91. So as the angle is increasing, sine theta is also increasing. Okay, so we can say the sine theta is increasing function in the first quadrant. Okay, cos theta, cos 0, 1, cos 30, root 3 by 2, cos 60, 1 by 2, cos 90, 0. So you can see in the case of cos, when the angle is increasing, value of cos theta is decreasing. Value of cos theta is decreasing. So cos theta is the decreasing function, means as the angle more, value is less. In the case of sine, angle more, sine theta will be more. Okay, so suppose this inequality we have theta is greater than alpha, like 60 degree greater than 30 degree. But I need sine. I want to solve for the sine. Like in the optics, you will see sine theta c formula is the 1 by mu, refractive index relation and critical angle. Critical angle and refractive index relation we will learn. So this type of inequality you are getting, but you need the sine. Then what we will do, without disturbing the inequality, directly we can put the sine on both sides. Then I can say what? Sine theta greater than sine alpha. So theta is greater than alpha. Then if I need the sine, directly I can apply the sine on both sides without disturbing the inequality. Inequality will remain same. Okay. But suppose cos we are applying, then what is the cos we will do? Then cos theta will be less than cos alpha. Why? If angle is more, then cos theta will be lesser. So that's why when you are applying the cos on both sides, then inequality you will reverse. Inequality you will reverse. Okay. But when you are applying the sine theta on both sides, inequality will remain same. One thing. Second thing, suppose this inequality you have and you want to remove the cos. You want to remove the cos. So either you are applying the cos or you are removing the cos. Inequality has to reverse. So suppose you have the relation cos theta less than cos alpha, and I want to remove the cos. Then what I will do? Theta greater than alpha. Then I will reverse the inequality. So what I said, whether you are applying the cos or you are removing the cos from the both sides, inequality has to reverse. Okay. Whether you are applying the sign or you are removing the sign from both sides, inequality will remain same. Everybody got or not? Completed? Okay. Okay, now this rule you mugged up, whether you know how to apply or not, that I don't know, but everybody know this rule. All silver teacup. Immediately the people said A S C T C. Okay, what is that rule? This rule is what? In the first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. In the second quadrant, S means sine. Sine is positive, then reciprocal cosec will be positive. Third, like ASTC rule, what you are mugging all silver teacup, that is a anti-clockwise. That is a anti-clockwise you have to go. Okay. Then T for tan, and this reciprocal is what? Cot. So third quadrant tan and cot is positive. C for cos and its reciprocal will be what? Sec. They will be positive in the fourth quadrant. Okay. I think this everybody know. What is the meaning of this? Why this rule has made? Okay, how we can use this? So listen now. Suppose I'm making the triangle in the first quadrant. Okay, like this theta. So suppose I am asking what is a sine theta. So sine theta, you will say what? Opposite upon hypotenuse or perpendicular upon hypotenuse. For this triangle, perpendicular you will measure in positive y direction. So for this triangle, perpendicular is positive or negative? For this triangle what I made, for this triangle perpendicular is positive. Perpendicular is positive. So perpendicular hypotenuse we will get positive. Okay. For this triangle base is also positive because in the right hand side x coordinate is positive. So for this triangle base is also positive, that's why cos also we will get positive, and similarly we will get the tan also positive. So in the first quadrant all we are getting positive. Okay. Then same triangle suppose I am making in second quadrant. I am not changing any angle, I am not changing any side, I am making in the second quadrant. Okay, everybody got or not? Now first lecture of the straight line I said when like reference for the slope, reference is the positive, reference is the x-axis. If you are rotating anti-clockwise then you will write angle positive, and if you are rotating clockwise then you will write the angle negative. Means anti-clockwise angle we are taking positive, clockwise angle we are taking negative. Okay, so if this triangle I make in the second quadrant, how I will say this angle I made in the second quadrant? So I will say what? This is the positive x-axis. From this, if I am writing this line, this angle in the anti-clockwise, what I will write? Like this. If you want to reach to this line from the positive x-axis, how much angle you will turn? This angle is what? 180 minus theta. So if I write 180 minus theta for this line, then I will get to know that I have drawn the triangle in the second quadrant. Are this everybody got or not? Means same triangle I made in the first quadrant, from the positive x-axis I took the angle theta. Okay, so all trigonometric ratios are positive. Same triangle I make in the second quadrant. Now from the positive x, what is the angle I will measure for that line? 180 minus theta. Everybody getting why this angle is a 180 minus theta? Because complete is a 180. This is the theta. So how much this angle? 180 minus theta. So when I write 180 minus theta, it means triangle is in the second quadrant. Similarly, I am making the triangle in the third quadrant. Same triangle. Then in third quadrant, what is the angle I will say? Third quadrant angle I will say 180 plus theta. 180 plus theta. Okay. So 180 minus theta means second quadrant. 180 plus theta means third quadrant. I am not using 270 first. Okay. 180 minus theta, second quadrant. 180 plus theta means third quadrant. If I am making in the fourth quadrant, then I will say what? This whole complete angle is the 2 pi. Complete angle is the 2 pi, 360. But here I have to go, then I will say what? 2 pi minus theta. So 2 pi or 360 minus theta. So when I write 180 minus theta, then I can say second quadrant. When I am writing 180 plus theta, then I can say third quadrant. When I am writing the 360 minus theta, then I can say fourth quadrant. This everybody got or not? So triangle is same, but by writing the angle 180 minus theta, 180 plus theta, we can decide the quadrant. Okay? Everybody got or not? Now listen, suppose I am saying the sine 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta means we are taking in the second quadrant. Okay. So in the second quadrant you can see y value is what? Y value is positive, x value is what? Negative. So if I am writing the sine theta, I will write what? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So perpendicular is positive, then I will get the sine theta positive. But when I am writing the cos theta in the second quadrant, then what I will say? Base is what? Base is negative here. So base upon hypotenuse, what I will get? Negative. So cos theta will come negative. If I am writing the tan theta, so tan theta is the perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular positive, base negative. So tan theta we got negative. That's why second quadrant we are getting the sine positive, but the cos theta and tan theta we are getting negative. If I am writing in third quadrant, so third quadrant sine theta, I will say perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So third quadrant perpendicular is what? Negative, below x-axis. Okay, cos theta base upon hypotenuse, x is also negative, then cos theta you are getting negative. If I am saying tan theta, so tan theta is what? Perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular negative, base negative, so negative upon negative, what you will get? Positive. That's why third quadrant we are getting the tan positive. This everybody got or not? Okay. Up to this everybody got? Okay. Now, how we will use this rule? Why we are learning this all silver teacup? So sometime what happens when acute angle value is required, so that directly we know. But sometime angle they will give more than 90. And then angle we have to split and then we can find the values. Okay. So some example I am writing, one or two I will show, rest you will do. Okay, these four question I have given. We have to find the values of all these three or five. Okay, so first sine 4 pi by 3. When you see the angle like 4, that is a 4 pi by 3. So everybody know 4 pi by 3. It is a more than pi or not? 4 pi by 3 is more than pi or not? Because it is a 4 by 3. 4 by 3 is more than 1. So 4 pi by 3 is the more than pi. So if the angle they have given more than pi by 2, so we will either split the angle into 180 minus 180 plus, means pi minus pi plus, or 2 pi minus 2 pi plus. Okay, again I am repeating, we will not go through the pi by 2 plus pi by 2 minus, because for that we have to change the trigonometric ratio. I will say later that one also. But easy is what? If the angle is more than pi by 2, so we will split the angle either pi minus pi plus, 2 pi minus 2 pi plus. Okay, everybody getting or not? So here sine 4 pi by 3, I am solving first one. Okay, 4 pi by 3, how I can split? So it is a more than pi. So I will separate the pi. After that, how much remaining? According to that, I will write the value. Okay. So sine 4 pi by 3, I can write sine pi plus 4 by 3, I can write 1 plus 1 by 3. 4 by 3 is what? 1 plus 1 by 3. So then I can write as what? Pi plus pi by 3. So I split the angle. Second part has to be acute. Then it will be more easy. So 4 pi by 3, I split what? Pi plus pi by 3. Okay. Now if you see this, pi plus pi by 3. So pi plus means which quadrant? Pi plus means which quadrant? Pi plus means which quadrant? Third quadrant. Pi plus means when we are up to the 180, we have that is a boundary of the second and third, and more than that we will enter into the third quadrant. So pi plus means third quadrant. Okay, when you decide the quadrant, then accordingly we have to decide the sign of this, plus or minus. So third quadrant sign is what? Negative. We know that third quadrant sign is negative. So first we will put the minus sign or plus sign. According to the quadrant, we will put the plus sign or minus sign. So third quadrant sign is negative, so I put the minus sign. After that, there is a no role of this. Directly what I will write? Minus sine pi by 3. So pi plus pi minus 2 pi plus 2 pi minus, their role is what? Only to decide the quadrant. According to the quadrant, we have to put the plus sign and minus sign, then their work is over. Then directly we will take the another angle, sine or cos. Okay. So then pi plus means third quadrant sign is negative. Okay, I put the negative sign. After that, their role is over. Then directly I will write sine pi by 3. And sine pi by 3 means sine 60. Sine 60 value is what? Root 3 by 2. So what is the value we got? Sine 4 pi by 3 is equal to minus root 3 by 2. Any problem, any step? Completed? Anybody has doubt? No. One more I will solve, rest 3 you will solve then. Next one I gave cos 5 pi by 6. So 5 pi by 6. 5 by 6 is less than 1. 5 pi by 6 means 5 by 6 if you see. So 5 by 6, it is a less than 1. Means this angle is less than pi. This angle is less than pi. More than pi by 2 we know. But it is a less than pi. Less than pi, then how I will split? Pi minus. I will split pi minus. So this I can write as cos pi minus. How much you will subtract? How much you will subtract? Pi minus how much? It is not a sleeping time, Nalayak. In degree, not degree, say in the radian. Pi minus pi by 6. Pi minus pi by 6. So this is what? Pi minus pi by 6. Okay. Now, pi minus means which quadrant? Pi minus means second quadrant. Pi minus means second quadrant. Second quadrant, cos is positive or negative? Second quadrant, cos is positive or negative? Second quadrant, cos is negative. Then I will put the minus sign first. Okay. After that, they roll over. Now I will directly write cos of pi by 6. And what is the cos pi by 6? Cos 30 degree. Cos 30 degree is what? Root 3 by 2. Then what is the value I got? Minus root 3 by 2. Completed? Okay. Okay. Now third fast one I am solving. Tan 7 pi by 6. That I can write as what? 7 by 6. It is more than 1. Then I will split what? Pi plus pi by 6. Then you will get the 7 pi by 6. Pi plus means third quadrant. Third quadrant tan is positive. Then it will be positive. So I will write directly what? Tan pi by 6. Pi by 6 is 30 degree. Tan 30 degree is what? 1 by root 3. Everybody got? Okay. Next one, sine 2 pi by 3. 2 by 3 is less than pi. So I will split what? Pi minus pi by 3. Okay. Pi minus means second quadrant. Second quadrant sine is positive. Then I will directly write sine of pi by 3. Pi by 3 is 60 degree. So sine 60 is what? Root 3 by 2. Okay. Then 5, last one. All these you got or not? Tell fast. Hungry? Just half an hour more. Okay. So up to this, okay. Last one I am solving now, cos 5 pi by 3. Cos 5 pi by 3. This value I have to find. So 5 by 3. How to enroll this batch? Means which batch? You can go through you can call and you can take the admission. You will get enrollment ID and all. Then you can get enrolled in the app. Okay, so cos 5 pi by 3, 5 by 3, 5 by 3 is 5 by 3 is what? More than 1. And you can see it is a closer to the 2. 5 by 3 is a closer to the 2. Okay. So here what I will do, I will not split into the pi minus pi plus. It is a closer to the 2, then I can write this cos as 2 pi minus pi by 3. If you are splitting like pi plus, then again you have to do the splitting. That's why directly I am splitting what? 2 pi minus pi by 3. You can check also 2 minus 1 by 3. What I will get? 5 by 3. Okay. This everybody got. Now 2 pi minus. 2 pi minus means which quadrant? 2 pi 360. 360 minus means fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant cos is positive. Okay, now sine we decided, their role is over. Now directly write cos of pi by 3. And pi by 3 60 degree, cos 60 degree is what? 1 by 2. That is answer. Completed. So like that way, different angles they are given more than 90, then we can find the value by splitting the angle. Okay. Sometime what I'm saying, when value only required, so we will prefer the splitting either pi minus pi plus 2 pi minus 2 pi plus. Okay. But some cases what happens, maybe they will give the split angle in the two different angle. When we are splitting or we have given the angle like they have given the angle in the what? One part is the odd multiple of pi by 2, odd multiple of 90, like 90, 270, like that they have given, or pi by 2. The next odd number is what? 3 pi by 2. Next odd number 5 pi by 2. So when we have the like two part, in that one part is the odd multiple of pi by 2. Then there is a what? Two things we have to do. First, we have to decide the quadrant. According to the quadrant, we have to put plus sign and minus sign. And when we are using the odd multiple of pi by 2, we have to change the sign into cos, cos into sine, tan into cot, cot into tan. Okay. Everybody getting or not? So one example I am showing. Suppose I am asking the value of sine 2 pi by 3. Okay. To find the value, always we will try to split in the pi minus pi plus, but 90 minus 90 plus 270 minus 270 plus also we have to know. That's why I am saying this. Okay. So suppose you have the sine 2 pi by 3, you have to find the value. One way of splitting is what? I can do the splitting pi minus pi by 3. Okay. But I'm not doing that. So this is the basically 2 pi by 3 is the 120 degree. So I am splitting like sine pi by 2 plus pi by 6. You can check also 6 LCM, then here you will get the 3 pi plus pi, you will get the 2 pi by 3. So here I have not split into the pi minus pi plus, I split like 90 plus. So when we are using the odd multiple of pi by 2, odd multiple means pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, like this. Okay, like pi by 2 you will get up to this, 3 pi by 2 you will get up to this. Okay, so when you are doing the splitting odd multiple of pi by 2, then we have to change the trigonometric ratio also. Sine will convert into the cos, cos will be converted into the sine, tan into cot, cot into tan. So sine pi by 2 plus pi, first we have to decide the quadrant. Pi by 2 plus which quadrant? Second quadrant. Second quadrant sign is positive. Okay, so here we will use the value positive. So quadrant work over. Now I am using the 90 pi by 2, odd multiple of pi by 2. So sine I will convert into the cos, and then I will write the value cos pi by 6. Pi by 6 is 30 degree, cos 30 degree is what? Root 3 by 2. So what is the value I got? Cos 2 pi by 3 is equal to root 3 by 2. It is the way to get the value, but we have to remember why I am saying this, because we have to remember like sine 90 plus theta, sine 90 minus theta, sine cos 90 plus theta, cos 90 minus theta. That's why I am saying this. Okay. So when the one part is the odd multiple of pi by 2, then we have to change the trigonometric ratio also. Okay, rest of the thing is same. We have to decide the quadrant, we have to decide the plus minus first, and then after that we have to take the sine, we have to convert the sine into cos or cos into sine. Okay. Everybody got? Okay. So few question you will say fast. You will say these values. Okay, so first one, pi by 2 minus means first quadrant sign is positive. Now I am using the odd multiple of pi by 2, so this sign I will write as a cos theta. Okay. Second one, sine pi by 2 plus means second quadrant sign is positive. Okay, but I am using the pi by 2, so sine I will convert into the cos, then I will write cos theta. Okay. Then come to the third one, pi by 2 minus first quadrant all are positive, but cos I am using here, I am using pi by 2, so cos I will convert into the sine, then I will write as a sine theta. Okay. Then fourth one, pi by 2 plus second quadrant cos is negative, so I put the minus sign, and I am using here pi by 2, so this cos I will convert into the sine, so I got what? Minus sine theta. Okay. Then come to this 3 pi by 2 minus. What I said, where is the 3 pi by 2? 3 pi by 2 means here. 3 pi by 2 is here. 3 pi by 2 minus which quadrant? 3 pi by 2 minus which quadrant? Third quadrant cos is negative, so I put the first minus sign. I am using the odd multiple of pi by 2, so cos I will convert into the sine, then I will write minus sine theta. Okay. Then 3 pi by 2 plus, you will enter into the fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant cos is positive. So positive, then I will write the sign, I will take positive, and here I am using cos, so here I will write what? Sine. Why? Because I am using odd multiple of pi by 2. Next one, 7. 3 pi by 2 plus fourth quadrant sign is negative, so first I put the minus sign, and I am using here odd multiple of pi by 2, so I will write what? Sine I will convert in cos. Okay. So these are not the formula that you are going to mug up the 7, 8, 10 formula. Okay, by the logic we have to remember that, like quadrant decide, and then which angle we are using, 180 minus 180 plus 360 minus 360 plus, or we are using the odd multiple of pi by 2. Accordingly we will write. Okay. Completed. Okay. So few points that we are going to use. Sine of minus theta. So first class I said, like when positive x-axis is the reference, suppose I am making the line above, then how we will write the angle? If we are rotating the anti-clockwise, we are measuring the anti-clockwise, then that angle we will take positive. If we are taking the clockwise, then that angle we will take negative. A small example I am showing. Suppose I am saying, I am calling the two student, and I am saying you will make the line that is making an angle 30 degree with positive x-axis. I repeat again, you will make the line, two student I am calling, and I am saying you will make the line, it should make the 30 degree angle with positive x-axis. Okay. One student make the line like this, and then this is 30 degree. Okay. One student make the line like this. This is also what? 30 degree. Both are correct. Why? I said what? You have to make the line that is making an angle 30 degree with x-axis. So both line is making an angle 30 degree with x-axis. Okay. So you both students made the line. Okay. How they will say, how they will write the angle, so that I will get to know which line you have made. Okay, so means both are making, I'm saying you have to make the line that is making angle 30 degree with positive x-axis. So these two possibilities are there. Okay, so how you will write your angle so that I will get to know which is your line and another is who has made the another line. So who has made the first quadrant, they are measuring the angle anti-clockwise from the positive x-axis. That angle is anti-clockwise. So who is making the first line? They will say, sir, theta is equal to 30 degree. Theta is equal to 30 degree or pi by 6. Okay, then I will get to know, okay, you have made the in the first quadrant. Okay, second student, what they will say? They will say, sir, alpha is equal to minus pi by 6. Alpha is equal to minus pi by 6. Then I will get to know that student has made the line in the fourth quadrant. Okay, why? Because from the positive x, how you will measure the angle? You will measure the angle clockwise. So that is the meaning of, that's why we have given this sign convention, anti-clockwise and clockwise. Both line is making an angle 30 degree. But how we can differentiate between them? By writing the angle. For the first line, I will say the theta is equal to theta is equal to pi by 6. For the second line, I will say the alpha is equal to minus pi by 6 because that angle I am measuring in clockwise. Understood or not? So that is the meaning of the negative angle and positive angle. Okay. Completed? Okay. So like for to easily remember, like when I'm writing the angle negative, then we can say what? In which quadrant it is coming? When I'm writing the angle negative, then in which quadrant it will come? If I'm writing the angle negative, like alpha I write minus pi by 6, which quadrant it come? Fourth. Fourth quadrant sign is positive or negative? Fourth quadrant sign is positive or negative? Fourth quadrant sign is positive or negative? Negative. Then sign of minus theta, what I can say? Sign of minus theta, I can say minus sine theta because it will be negative. Okay. But if I am saying the cos of minus theta, so minus theta is coming in fourth quadrant. Okay. If the theta is obtuse, then after more splitting, ultimately you will get the same answer. Okay. So cos of minus theta is the fourth quadrant cos is positive, then directly I can say cos theta. So this formula directly you have to remember, cos of minus theta, cos theta, sine of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. Okay. To remember one example you can write, suppose I am saying cos of minus pi by 4 and sine of minus pi by 3. What is the value? So cos of minus pi by 4, cos of minus theta, I can write cos theta, and cos pi by 4 value is what? 1 by root 2. Sine of minus theta minus sine theta means minus of sine pi by 3. Sine pi by 3 value is what? Root 3 by 2. Then I will get minus of root 3 by 2. Completed? Just 15 minutes more. You have to listen. Completed? Okay. This point over? Okay. Number 2. Average value of sin theta or cos theta in one cycle. One cycle means 0 to 2 pi. It is equal to what? 0. So this point you have to remember, average value of when we required, like in the alternating current we require the average value. So average value of sin theta or cos theta in one cycle is equal to, one cycle means whole like complete angle. So it means 0 to 2 pi, that is a one cycle. So in a one cycle, what is the average value of sin theta and cos theta? 0. This you have to remember. Okay. If you remember the graph, like sin theta graph when I am making, like this angle 0, this is pi, this is 2 pi. So this is the one cycle of the sine. Okay. You can see First half cycle is positive because first and second quadrant sign is positive, and next half cycle is negative. And both cycle are exactly same, only half is positive and the next half is what? Negative. So basically how much positive we are getting in the first half, same negative we are getting in the next half. So that's why average value, what we can say? 0. So sin theta and cos theta average value, what we have to remember in one cycle? 0. Everybody got or not? Same we can show for the cos theta also. Okay? Are yes or no? Otherwise, okay, later I will say how to remember this. Next thing, average value of sin square theta or cos square theta is equal to what? 1 by 2. Average value of sin square theta and cos square theta is equal to 1 by 2. Sin theta cos theta 0 and sin square theta cos square theta is equal to 1 by 2. Completed. Where we require the sin square theta cos square theta average. So in the alternating current, RMS current, we have learned root mean square. So square will come, sin square theta will come. There we have to take the average value. Then average value will come 1 by 2. And when you will take the root mean square, root of mean square, then you will get 1 by root 2. So if you remember this relation you learned, IRMS is equal to peak by root 2. That is coming from the average value of sin square theta or cos square theta. Okay, so we have to remember average value of sin square theta or cos square theta is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, completed. Okay, otherwise one way you can remember these two. Explanation is wrong, but the result is right, so that's why you can remember. Like you can say the average value of sin theta. So we can say sin theta maximum is 1, minimum is -1. So what is the average? 0. So then what is the average value of sin theta? 0. Average value of cos theta, maximum cos theta 1, minimum cos theta -1. What is the average? 0. So some cos theta average value is also what? 0. What I'm saying, explanation is wrong. That is not the correct explanation, but by this way we can remember. Same way, sin square theta, cos square theta. Maximum value of sin square theta 1. Okay. Minimum value of sin square theta 0. Why? Square can never be negative. So minimum value what you will get? 0. Okay, like sin 0, sin square 0. Sin square 0 is what? 0. But even negative when you are taking -1 by 2 square, you will get positive. So sin square theta maximum is what? 1. Okay, minimum is what? 0. What is the average? 1 by 2. So okay, so sin square theta cos square theta average is the 1 by 2 and sin theta cos theta average in a one cycle is what? 0. Okay, completed. Okay, next point, this we have used in so many places in the IP exam also for the derivation when we are learning mugging, then we are using this step. If theta is small, then sin theta is equal to the tan theta, we can write as a theta. Okay, and cos theta approximately what we can take? 1. So I think everybody know this. For the small value of theta, we can write the sin theta is equal to tan theta is equal to theta, and cos theta we can take as a 1. Why? Theta is very small, so it will be close to 0. Close to 0, then cos 0 is equal to what? 1. So when theta is small, then cos theta approximate value what we can take? 1. And this everybody we have used in so many derivations. Sin theta is equal to tan theta is equal to theta. So when theta is small, this approximation we can use. Why we are using? What is the meaning of this approximation? Okay. Okay, I will explain. So first you will say one value. If I am saying find Sine 2 degree. Find the value of sine 2 degree. So first you will say 2 degrees is a small angle or large angle? 2 degrees is a small angle or large angle? Continuously teaching, then your mind is getting exhausted maybe, no? And this much of mathematics. But we don't want to extend this mathematics more. That's why all basic formula we will cover. A small angle. So 2 degrees is a small angle. So sine 2 degree, what I can say? So sine theta. Theta is the 2. What is the sine theta I can write? What is the value? Arvind and Lavanya and Kirtani. Okay, 3 members. Okay, just go through this point. First, I think another slide it is there. Sin theta, cos theta, maximum value, what you have written? Arvind, Lavanya, Crazy Sai, Kirtani. What is the maximum value of sin theta, cos theta? 1. But when the angle is small, you are getting the 2. Is it correct? Maximum value, what I said, that is a 1. But when the angle is small, it will be the 2. No, one thing first. Sin theta. In the sine, input is the angle. In the sine, input is what? Angle. But output is the number. Output is not the degree and radian. Like suppose I am saying sine 30 degree. So input is the degree, angle 30 degree. But sine 30 degree, it will give the number. Number is what? 1 by 2. Like sine pi by 4. So pi by 4 is the angle, radian. But sine pi by 4, it will give what? Number. Number is what? 1 by root 2. Okay. So it will not give degree radian. It will give the pure number. Okay. Everybody getting or not? That is the one thing. Means sine 2 degree, I cannot write as a 2 degree. Okay. Now sine 2 degree, I said in the first class of trigonometry, when we are writing the theta, suppose I am saying angle between the two lines is theta. I only said the theta. What is the angle? What is the unit you will take? Unit you will take radian, because default unit is the radian. Degree, when we are writing, then only we will take the degree. So suppose I am saying the sine theta is equal to theta. What is this theta? This theta is in the radian. This theta is in the radian, not in the degree. Getting or not? Otherwise, I will write sine theta degree is equal to theta degree. But what I write? Sine theta is equal to theta. Sine theta is equal to theta. Sine theta is equal to theta. Okay, that theta should be radian. Theta should be in radian. Okay. So this 2 degree, first I will convert into this 2 degree we will convert into the radian. After that we can find the value. Okay. So sine 2 degree, that is equal to what? Sine 2. To convert the degree into radian, we have to multiply with pi by 180. Then I can multiply with pi by 180. Then what I got? Pi by 90. Now sine pi by 90. So sine pi by 90, what I can write? Now I can write the sine theta is equal to theta. What is the theta here? That is equal to what? Pi by 90. So what is the value of sine 2 degree? Sine 2 degree I can say pi by 90. Everybody got or not? Okay. This everybody got. What is the value of pi? What is the value of pi? What is the value of pi? Like when I'm saying pi value is the 3.14. If I'm saying pi radian, Crazy Sai, if I'm saying pi radian, then you will say, sir, 180 degree. But pi value is what? You are writing 180. Pi value is what? Pi is the 3.14. Pi radian, if I am saying, then you will say, sir, 180 degree. Pi value is what? 3.14. So here if I am writing pi, so this pi is not the radian. What I said, sine theta will give the number. Sine theta will not give the unit radian or degree. So sine theta is giving the value. What is the value? Pi by 90. What is the value of pi? 3.14. Then it will be what? 3.14 by 90. Pi radian is the 180 degree. Pi radian is the 180 degree. That is the importance of the unit. But pi is not the 180. Getting or not? Deepak Sai. Okay. Completed. So sine theta is equal to theta when we are using, so that theta we have to convert into the radian. I will show the why we are using this result. So a small example, suppose theta, suppose I am taking 0. Okay, listen carefully, just 10 minutes maximum. Theta is equal to 0, then sine theta, what I can write? Sine theta is equal to 0. Okay, so if I am taking the theta is equal to 0, theta is equal to 0, then what is the sine theta? 0. Exactly equal means sine theta is equal to theta. Okay. When I am taking the theta 0, then what is the sine theta I am getting? 0. So both are the 0, it means both are exactly equal. So sine theta is equal to theta. This everybody got. Now I am increasing the angle slightly more. Okay. So I am going to the 30. So if theta is equal to 30 degree. Okay. So that 30 degree I will write in radian. What is that? Pi by 6. Okay. So if I am taking the theta pi by 6. Then sine theta, what I will get? Sine theta is equal to what? Sine pi by 6. Sine pi by 6, what is the value? 1 by 2. Okay. Now, what is the value of pi by 6? What is the value of pi? Pi is the 3.14. Pi is the 3.14. 3.14 by 6. What you will get? I'm not asking in degree, Nalaik again. I'm not asking in degree. I'm saying pi value. Pi value is the 3.14. 3.14 by 6. Approximately it will be what? 3.14 by 6. Approximately it will be 1 by 2 or not? Theta, if I am writing pi by 6. So pi by 6 is what? Pi is the 3.14 by 6. What I am getting? 1 by 2. So you can see theta pi by 6. Pi by 6 is nearly equal to what? 1 by 2. And what is the sine theta I am getting? 1 by 2. Both are nearly equal or not? Both are nearly equal or not? Okay. I am going little large angle. Suppose I am taking theta is equal to pi by 2. Theta is equal to pi by 2. Then pi by 2 means 3.14 by 2. Approximately we are getting 1.5. Okay. Approximately we are getting 1 point. Congratulations, going to the medical college. Very good. Okay. Okay, so theta is equal to pi by 2, then 3. Then why you are listening the classes, Nalayak? Mathematics you like more. Anamika, you are going to the medical college, so enjoy. Why unnecessary you are learning the trigonometry? Okay, so theta is equal to pi by 2. So pi is what? 3.14. 3.14 by 2. Then what we are getting? 1.5. And if I am writing the sine pi by 2, sine pi by 2 value is what? Sine 90 is what? 1. Now you can see the difference. Here theta I am getting 1.5 and sine theta I am getting 1. So difference is more. That's why as we are increasing the angle, sine theta and theta difference is increasing. That's why this result we are using. If the theta is small, then sine theta can be written as theta. Okay, so for the small angle we can write sine theta is equal to theta, but for large angle we cannot say. Okay, you want to say to everyone, listen the Manish sir class carefully. Okay. It is important. Manish sir will give the life lesson also, na? Okay. Okay, so sin pi by 2, 1 and sin, and for this. Okay, and all the best to you for your new life. Okay, study in the medical college. Sometime you have to chill, but medical college also, because real journey now, real fight start from now. This NEET is only to enter into the medical college, but you will become the good doctor when you are studying in the medical college. Okay. So their physics, chemistry will not help. Whatever you are learning there, that will help in a whole life. Okay. So sin pi by 2 is equal to 1, then theta 1.5. So difference is more. So that's why we are using what? Sin theta is equal to theta when theta is small. Okay. But that theta should be in radian. That theta should be in radian. Bye bye. Completed? Okay. So this formula all completed. Okay, later we will use this again. The sin theta is small, then sin theta can be written as theta and all. Okay, so some question we will discuss in the unit dimension and in SHM. So many places we will use this. Okay, but what I said, this you have to remember, sin theta can be written as theta when theta is small, but theta angle we will write in radian. Then only we can say sin theta is equal to theta. Okay, tell fast. Up to this, okay? Okay, so now some few formula I am writing that everybody has to remember. Okay, means not for the weekend exam. This you will have, and then whenever it's required, I will say to revise the notes. Okay, so maybe some formula you know also. Sine of a plus b. Sine a plus b. What is the formula? Sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. Okay, in the sine a plus b, one we are adding sine, other we are taking the cos, means it is a combination of sine and cos. So sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. If I am writing the sine a minus b, then in between minus will come. So sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. Okay, similar formula, only in between minus sign will be there. If I am using the cos, then two changes will be there. One term will both contain sine, and one term it will contain one term will contain both cos, one term will contain both sine, and sign difference will be there. If plus we are using, then minus. If minus we are using, then plus. Why? For a larger angle, cos will be smaller. So when we are using the plus, so here I will write what? Cos a, cos b, and plus. So that's why here minus will come. Sine a, sine b. Okay. Next, cos a minus b. Cos a minus b will be equal to what? Similar formula, only in between plus will come. Plus sin a, sin b. Okay. Completed. So these four formula that we have to remember. Now in this, suppose first formula, I am putting the b is equal to a. Tan a plus tan b not required more. We are never using. So that's why if it is required in any problem, that time we will say why this time unnecessary. We have to mug up the more formula. Otherwise, trigonometry, so many formula are there. Okay, but we have to remember only those what we are going to use. In this b, suppose I am taking the b is equal to a. B is equal to a. Then a plus a, what I will get? 2a. So sin 2a. Here sin a cos a. Cos a sin a means sin a cos a plus sin a cos a. Then what is the formula of the sin 2a I will get? Sin 2a I can say sin 2a is equal to 2 sin a cos a. 2 sin a cos a. That is the formula of the sin 2 theta. Sin 2 theta is the 2 sin theta cos theta. Similarly, cos 2a. If in this formula I am putting the b is equal to a, so I will get the cos 2a. Cos a, cos square a, minus sin a, sin square a. So we got the formula of the cos 2a is what? Cos square a minus sin square a. But that we are rarely using. we are either using both in the we are either using in the form of the cos square, or we are using in the form of the sin square only. So this sin square I can write 1 minus cos square theta, 1 minus cos square a. Then by putting the value I will get what? 2 cos square a minus 1. This is the formula of the cos 2a, one of the formula. If I want to write in the terms of sine, then I can write what? Reverse 1 minus 2 sine square a. So if you want to write only in the terms of cos, then 2 cos square a minus 1. If you want to write in the terms of sine, then 1 minus 2 sine square a. And in the terms of both, this is the formula, cos square a minus sine square a. So these formula you will keep with you whenever required. Then we have to just revise it. Okay. Completed. Okay. Last two. If suppose somewhere cos square theta we have to remove the square, cos square theta we have, and we want to remove the square to convert in the standard form. So cos square theta, from this formula I can say cos square a I can write as 1 plus cos 2a by 2, because this one will shift this side, 1 plus cos 2a, and this 2 you will divide. Okay. Similarly sin square a what I can write? 1 minus cos 2a by 2. This 2 also you will remember. Reason is what? Like in SHM, in the alternating current, in the wave, their equation is y is equal to a sin omega t, a cos omega t. Okay, square is not there, but suppose square they have given, so that is square we can remove by using these two formula. Like cos square omega t is there, so cos square omega t, how we can replace? 1 plus cos 2 omega t by 2. Sin square omega t they have given, then we can convert into the standard form 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. So when we have to remove the square and we want to convert in the standard form, then these two formula we can use. Everybody got or not? Said formula limit is not there. Like 1 plus tan square theta, 1 plus cot square theta is the cosec square theta, 1 plus tan square theta is the sec square theta, then sin a plus sin b formula, sin a minus sin b formula, cos a plus cos b formula. So many formula are there in the trigonometry. If we are going through that unnecessary, we will get the what? We will come in the trouble. We have to avoid basic what we are going to use. I know that what we are going to use in the physics, that I am saying only. Okay. Any specific formula required, that time I will discuss. Okay. Like how we are using these formula. Sometime what will happen, like maybe if you remember, SHM general equation for the displacement is what? Y is equal to a sin omega t, or y is equal to a cos omega t. Okay. But suppose I gave y is equal to a sin omega t cos omega t. Okay. It is not in our standard form. A standard form is what? Either it will contain the sine or it will contain the cos, like a sin omega t or a cos omega t. But here both are there. So when both are coming in the product, then what we can do? Then we have to think the formula of the sin 2 theta. Sin 2 theta is sin theta into cos theta. 2 sin theta cos theta. If you see this formula, sin 2 theta, what we are writing? Sin 2a is the 2 sin a cos a. So sin a cos a, what I can write? Sin a cos a is the sin 2a by 2. Sin 2a by 2. So here what I can do, to convert in the standard form, y is equal to a sin theta cos theta, I can write sin 2 theta. Sin 2 theta means sin 2 omega t by 2. So this came in our standard form, a sin omega t. Okay. So whenever you see the sin omega t, cos omega t are coming together, to convert into the only one angle, then we can think the formula of the sin 2 theta. Everybody got? Okay. Completed? Okay. Last thing that we will discuss in the superposition of SHM also. If you have the function like this, y is equal to a sine theta plus b cos theta. If you have the function like this, a sine theta plus b cos theta, a can be positive, b can be positive, they can be negative, positive, whatever. Okay. So if this type of function is there, by the like I can solve and I can show also what is the maximum value, but in detail I'm not going. If for this type of function maximum value required, they will ask the amplitude. So maximum value of y, what I can say, that is equal to, just remember that, under root of a square plus b square. In the superposition of SHM also I will say this thing. So maximum value of y, what I can say, if it is in the form of a sine theta plus b cos theta, theta can be anything, omega t, they are giving a sine omega t plus b cos omega t, same they ask in the 2019 NEET. Okay, so if this type of function you have, then we can say that directly maximum value is what? Under root of a square plus b square. So like example is what? Suppose this function I gave and I'm asking maximum value of y. So what is the maximum value of y I can say? Under root of a I can take 3, so 3 square, and b I can take minus 4, so minus 4 square. Minus 4 square is what? 4 square. 16 plus 9, 25, root 25, what you will get? 5. So maximum value is what? 5. In the superposition of SHM also I will discuss the same concept. Okay. But by the trigonometry also we can say a sine theta plus b cos theta, maximum value is under root of a square plus b square. Okay. So it is enough, this formula is enough. What I'm saying, trigonometry, you are not going to be the master in the trigonometry. We require trigonometry only for the physics. So these are the formula that is mainly required. And any other concept, small concept is required in the trigonometry when we are teaching, we will discuss it. Okay, again that time we will discuss, we will recall all these formula. Okay. So it is more than enough for this weekend. First, everybody has to remember the basic, like all those value what I said, 30, 60, 90, 0, 45. Okay, some question based on that. Degree, radian conversion. Okay. In boys campus here, graph is not completed in the offline class. So maybe graph we cannot ask more, but straight line y is equal to mx plus c, how we will find the slope, what is the x-intercept, what is the y-intercept, that only you have to cover. And the purpose of this basic mathematics, what I'm saying, it is a physics, not the weekend exam. Okay. So mainly you will do the trigonometry, whatever I discussed. Okay. So this basic, we are going to check the basics of the trigonometry, basics of the maths you have learned or not. That's it. Like, got or not? Okay. Okay then, bye bye. Take care.